Just hold still. Okay, come on, hold it. What kind of dork are you? You need to be serious for 2 seconds. Like, I swear you're like a freaking parrot in a mirror. You don't need anything else. You just need a mirror to go and act out in front of. Hey, you need to be careful. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye.
Ow! I hit myself right here with my gun.
You need a crash helmet?
Welcome back to Jared and Corvin's 316 Zone Experience Channel segment, Super Critical Movie Analysis and Review, where we bring our shenanigans into serious analysis and movie review for dun 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 dun, dun reality factors. Today is Dawn of the Dead from 1978. Honestly, one of his favorite zombie type movies because of the free-for-all experiences being bunkered down in the mall. Let's get right into it. Oh, and make sure to support us. And how do they support us?
We do appreciate your support, so please subscribe and like our videos and hit the notification. And
So you don't miss any more videos. Don't Willy! Don't let Willy be! Now you just screwed us up. Because
no,
we were trying to give you Willy.
No, that's a shenanigans we're playing.
We gotta upgrade what we do know. I'm still dreaming.
Now, this is already starting off chaotic, like absolutely a strong dramatic start.
Yep, strong dramatic start.
I mean, obviously everybody's jumping around, super excited. I mean, this is like virtually panic mode. Yeah, there are rescue stations that have gone down. Okay, reality factor check. Now,
reality factor challenge.
Challenge. Okay, it's challenge. Okay,
so
like this. This is like equivalent to the Night of the Living Dead that we just did, and these zombies obviously walk down slow. I mean, they're certainly handleable. I mean, they obviously did that in some segments. And I don't see how these rescue stations are going down where they're not able to handle them. I mean, they've never showed in this movie, and I'm kind of jumping ahead. Again, we don't do spoiler alerts. You should have already watched this movie. So I'm just going to move forward with that. But at the whole point where they've never actually shown to be so overwhelmed that why would there be a rescue station that would fail? You know, unless it was really just weakly disorganized, not enough ammunition, not enough, what do they call it, barricading and stuff like that. So, you know, these rescue stations have faltered for what purpose? Hey! Okay, watch the movie. Ah! I saw you. Hey. Okay, I'm trying to listen. Officer, stop him. He's a security guard. He's leaving too. Like, you can't stop him. What are you going to do? Force him to... You say so. Seems like you don't have anybody to run the console. Reality factor
Third
challenge. Okay, so now he says they kill for one thing for food, keeps them going. I think I'm going to have to disagree with him on this a bit. There's a lot of different ideas about zombies, I think, and I don't think they process what they eat because they don't have a heartbeat, and it doesn't transfer the nutrients around to the body. You can shoot them and they don't die or really bleed. So I think that's just sort of a reality factor problem we have here because what's designed by eating is to provide nutrients to the body, and these zombies don't utilize that. They are doing, like, I think just an instinctual thing, some sort of a rabid cannibalistic type of activation in their brain from, I don't even know. Do you remember if they ever said, I don't think this is a continuation of like the Night of the Living Dead. This is Dawn of the Dead. I don't know if it's a disease, a virus, or if it's a continuation of the radiation. I don't never remember what that was. But well, do you remember? Because we kind of watched through it a little bit before, and I've seen this dozens of times. But it's just like the movie just goes into it. They just, like, everything's gone to chaos. People are fleeing. They're not supposed to flee. There's martial law stuff's going on, and our main characters jump in a helicopter, flee away, make some stops, and then finally end up in a mall, and then stay there for a length of time. So that's kind of the plot of the movie. I kind of didn't say that earlier, but okay, let's move forward and see where we're at.
I can see you doing it.
Yeah, that means you looked at it. I got you. No, I got you. That dude gave him 20 years.
Wait. I never forgot to see it.
What? You didn't see it?
No.
Like, it's a super serious thing. And this is one thing. I'm like, everybody's in a panic mode. And this other guy, I don't know if he didn't like what he was saying, but he gives him rabbit ears. See this? Okay, reality factor challenge.
Bing, bing,
Well, it is a very strenuous situation, and he just said there's a martial law effect. I think I mentioned that just a little bit earlier. Yeah. Okay, well, that does seem excessive. He says he said there was an order you couldn't stay in private residence, but you can, but they can give the kind of order sounds like it's more of a roundup for the citizens rather than striking at the problem. They end up fighting a bunch of infighting. That's really the problem here. They're doing martial law stuff, and you can't stay in your private residence no matter how well stocked and all these other things. And they didn't waste all their time trying to do this attack against the citizens. It seems like almost like a bait and switch. I don't know. We're kind of looking at these issues now because of our current pandemic. So I don't want to get into that. But you see what I'm saying? It's just like, why are we not dealing with the zombies? Leave people alone. If they barricade their stuff, then whatever. Whoa, greased him right off the spot. Maybe I should have told him to stay down. Okay, reality factor challenge. Okay, the same thing as I mentioned before. This seems like a bit ridiculous and like way excessive. They're doing a SWAT invasion because people want to stay in their homes for a, kind of a pandemic. I mean, it's just, okay, if they can't stay home and they're having failing, what were the reserve stations or whatever, the emergency centers? Did they call them earlier? Okay. Well, okay, but that's kind of their choice. I mean, we're kind of learning now with all this. Huh?
News podcast?
No, they were talking about it. The rescue stations, I think is what it was. Okay. isn't that their purpose to protect these people? They're having this all-out war with them almost, and they're like killing these people. I'm like, they're supposed to be like dealing with the issue of the zombies and the ghouls and stuff, and they're like having a fight with them. I mean, at this point, it's like, does it really matter? They want to stay home, leave them there, and obviously it's causing psychosis with everybody because yeah, I saw that coming. I saw you trying to do it. I knew you was gonna try to do something. Okay.
I'm gonna keep my hood on now.
I'm gonna keep my ears covered so somebody can't get me. Okay, so no, yeah, I don't know if this guy was sort of prejudicial before, but he's obviously going into a psychosis of PTSD, or I don't know. This guy is just really off the wall acting this way. So it's interesting how he gets dealt with a little bit later on, but I'm not gonna mention that yet. Well, it's tragic how the new guy gets, and that's just weird. Just like, are you kidding me? Like the new guy, I mean, he's on the SWAT team, and he's like about as greenhorn as can be, and he is like nervous and scared, and he's supposed to be on the elite SWAT team. Does that make sense to you? Why would they put somebody who's like barely knows which way the gun shoots from, and they've got him on the SWAT team? Unless they just are kind of like throwing everybody in there because it's like this huge worldwide event that they have to deal with the. Okay. I thought the trigger-happy prejudice guy would start slinging the lead first. I mean, the guys come out of the doorway, and the other guy shot first. I mean, he was just waiting to shoot, and I'm like, it didn't make sense. That guy got shot. The new guy got shot because the guy that was super trigger-happy didn't pull the trigger first, and that was unexpected. That guy, he's throwing out his racial terms because he obviously doesn't like these people, and this is his chance to shoot him, and he hesitated. What do you think about that?
That's so dumb.
I didn't get it. Like, I was waiting for him to just start blowing people away, and he didn't. One of his guys got killed from it. We got a lock and load.
Shotgun.
We got some zombies coming
I got a shotgun.
I got a phaser blaster or whatever.
It's a Desert Eagle.
Oh, it's my Desert Eagle.
It's a Desert Eagle, you nimwit.
Okay. So here comes up the one of the most popular movie scenes ever for shooting a zombie. Watch this. Boom! I don't think he was a zombie. I think that was the other thing. He wasn't. I said it, but I think I remember now that he wasn't a zombie. He's just like going berserk. I don't know if he was really sort of prejudicial, if he just gone this rampage at this point. Just kill them all, just shoot them all, they're all zombies. I kind of stop him. Get off me, man. Let me just go crazy, shoot everybody. Give me a hand, somebody. Step away from him so he can shoot him.
Now he's dead.
Okay. Reality factor challenge. Okay.
Ding ding ding.
Okay, we're done. We got him. Okay, so after Willy goes crazy, apparently more than normal, the one guy does try to stop him, but no one else does. And they don't detain him. The one guy, the leader of the group, shoots one of his own. But I think he's a black guy. Weird storyline segment for plot of events. So I don't know if he just didn't like the guy. But still, I mean, he kind of goes PTSD. I mean, I'm sure it happens with, real people out there. Firefighters, police officers, military people, soldiers, whatnot. They have PTSD issues. They don't just shoot those people. Oh, he just started to go. He went and broke into a room because he was told not to, so we're going to shoot him? He was one of her own people. I mean, he went kind of like, he went Call of Duty, didn't he? He went straight up Call of Duty. Bam, 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 bam. God, where's my thing? He just went straight up Call of Duty. So, because he did that, they executed one of
It's
their
an
own.
M1897 trench gun.
Okay, awesome.
What's yours?
I thought you said it was Desert Eagle.
Desert Eagle, yeah. I got
Now, is it a 44 mag or a 50 AE?
50 AE.
Awesome. Okay. Does it have an extended mag?
Yes.
So it got the laser sight.
Yes.
What else it got? Is it nickel plated or stainless steel?
It's stainless steel. It has better aim than anything else.
Okay. I can't see anymore. I'm being blinded by the light. Okay. Let me move forward.
That's funny. This spring sounds weird. It's like, ah! Wait!
Okay, reality factor off the wall, reality
I
factor.
used my M18.
Oh my god. So how idiotic is this? The younger guy who grabs the downed officer's guns, the guy that they just shot, one of their own, the SWAT guy, okay, Willy, I think his name was. So he's not familiar with this gun. He doesn't even know if he checks if it was loaded or anything. So he's not familiar with it. He tried to shoot the zombie, but it's out of shells in the shotgun. How many times are you going to try to recycle an empty gun before either reloading or switching weapons? In a real professional setting, this wouldn't happen. That was about the biggest bunch of...
Useless things.
Well, that kind of
is very
idiocy.
useless.
Now that's dramatization, probably. Oh my gosh, man, shoot it in the head, shoot it in the head. Okay, I'll keep trying to cock the gun over and over again, trying to get different results. I mean...
That's so dorkish, and he's acting like a gimpin' and nimwit.
Well, he almost seems like he's...
I like to say nimwit. It sounds funny when you say nimwit.
I understand that these people, that these zombies represent sort of people that were once alive. They're dead now, and they're, you know, you need
to eat things.
Well, it is stressful for people. They think that it's like, hey, they look like a person. I feel like I'm killing a person, so they have extreme PTSD. But where are they getting some of these people that are not like really highly trained or something? So these people are like going off the wall with this PTSD type of stuff. They're just acting not right. They just, and I don't know why that other one black guy shoot in the head, man. Why didn't you? You know, but then he got attacked, so the situation can fall apart real quick. So obviously you do not need to be making these small mistakes. I mean, are they like scraping the? We don't know how long this event's been going on. I think some guys, the priest that they talked to later says they've been in this building for a week or something like this. So we don't know. Don't you sneak one of those in there on me? Okay, so we don't we know at least maybe a week, but we don't know how much longer before that.
I was like this.
Okay, hold on. So anyways, are they running out of people? I mean, are they running out of good trained people or something? And they're putting these trainees in there that are not really equipped for. Okay, stop. Quit. So, but that's the whole point is. Some of these people, they don't seem like they act professional. Like they're just like, here's a gun, you're a SWAT member now. So that's kind of my take on that. What's your take? Did you think some of these people? Do you think some of them act like weird and unprofessional and all scattered out of their minds? PTSD. You know what PTSD, right? Is right.
No.
It's when somebody goes. It's post-traumatic stress disorder. So when somebody goes through a traumatic event. It's kind of like a shell shock type of thing. They'll freeze up or act funny and like be startled by loud noises or something.
What does ADHD mean?
That's something different. That's attention deficit disorder, hyperactive disorder or something. But that's not related. That's not here nor there. Okay, let's move forward. And you see, the guy's like way super stressed. I mean, okay, see, here's another inconsistency, I think, with Red Reality Factor Challenge. Okay, so another inconsistency of how these zombies are. I do think the zombies portrayed in this movie are yet again different than others, but he just walks past the action. Zombies are typically attracted to their instinct of what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to go to their source of food. Like the guy said, this is what keeps him going. He has his opportunity. He got let out of the room. Why isn't he going to the people that he thinks that he can go and attack and eat? So that's inconsistency. Reality factor. Okay?
Bing, bing, bing. Every time you see that, I ring this bell.
Okay. Okay, so he just leaves out into the hall. And this is after the people who are supposed to be professional aren't. They aren't actually killing people in questionable situations like some wars have happened. They are stopping reanimated corpses. So these are like not even like animal. I mean, they're like completely animated dead bodies. I mean, they are gone. It's not like
lockdowns are about.
I don't know why some of these people are having such an issue with the post-traumatic stress disorder stuff. Because, like I said, they're not fighting an actual war where that person is fighting for their side and we're fighting for our side or something like that. And it's just like, hey, we could come to terms otherwise. I mean, this is just representative of a human figure, but really it's just, there's no logic. There's no human inside. It is just what's left over. And so being stressed out about this doesn't make any sense. What do you think? Do you think
ridiculous. That is so off the chart. Ridiculous.
What is?
Things that you said.
Anything I said? Did you even listen? Okay. Now, it would be hard to either shoot maybe a kid or somebody else if they were fighting over there and there, and it's you against them. They're fighting for their country. We're fighting for ours. But they're doing what they think is right. We are doing what we think is right. Okay, that's how war is. Do you understand that? Like when people go to fight soldiers and stuff. This is not any of that. These things are just a reanimated corpse. There's nothing inside. There's no human being soul that's driving this thing inside. So it shouldn't be a factor. They shouldn't be so stressed out and having to dispose of them. Do you think that they should be that stressed out?
No.
Why?
Because they could just go pow, like with a shotgun in it.
Yeah, I don't know why they should have just let Willy go. Like, hey, Willy, you need to take a time out. You're doing really good at disposing of the zombies, but you're killing like live other people. You need to calm down. And then just let him go. Here you go, take 3 guns. Just go around through the halls. They screwed up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, very white. Like what in the camera looks very white.
Are you an albino Wookiee?
Yeah, but in real life, it doesn't look that white.
You're a hairless Wookiee.
Ah!
You're an albino hairless Wookiee.
I'm not. I'm a little something like this dog right here. I wish I could move the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a Wookiee. A Wookiee is sort of a derivative of a monkey. Okay, now let's focus on this. Where are we at?
Oh.
Okay. factor challenge.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. And I guess that particular zombie, he didn't, like I said earlier, he didn't check anybody else. Must have had a particular taste and wanted to take chunks out of the woman that he knew. But it took him a bit to recognize it. He was like, for a zombie, he was zombied, stoned out of his mind or something. He was just really incoherent even for a zombie. Okay, so for... now, what's the deal is they can't restrain her at all for her own protection and don't try to stop her from getting bit. They just wait there with their guns drawn. Did you see that? Like, oh my gosh, she got past us. He got past us. We'll just hold our guns on him for a second and wait until he's done chewing on her.
For about 1,000,000 hours.
And they still don't shoot and then separate them after she's bit. So, completely ineffective group of people. They're absolutely worthless. I mean, what are they doing? They are not saving these people. They're completely worthless. Okay, but the one dude can't handle it and he shoots himself. Okay, we didn't get to that part. It was just kind of in my notes. But the one guy that went with the gun, so watch this part. Yes, there he goes. He just does that. He just can't handle it. And then now that stressed that guy out a little bit more. Like, really?
That's one of the guys that was in those.
That's when people are getting stressed out, is because they don't have a good game plan. They are completely mismanaging all this stuff. Yeah, listen to this priest right here. He's not wrong. Listen to here. The dead walk the earth. We must stop the killing. I mean, he said basically killing each other, the rest of us that are living, or we're going to lose the war.
Thou shalt not kill is in the Bible.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be thou shalt not commit murder. You're not supposed to murder somebody. I mean, we still shouldn't be killing, but when they're disposing of the zombies. That has nothing to do with that, okay? But the guy's talking about that. We are trying to handle this pandemic, and we're screwing this up royally. They're killing the living people, doing all this different, worried about martial law things. And I'm not saying that that's wrong to have the martial law in this time of great emergency that's happening because all of these zombies are walking around everywhere. But they're so mismanaging it, and everybody's in a panic thing, and they're causing all the other people, survivors, to die, and that shouldn't be happening. That's what he's saying, and I don't disagree with him one bit. Hey, okay, pay attention. Dude, did you see that? Let me back this up. I've never really noticed that before. Watch. There is a picked, clean skeleton. How long have they been down in there cleaning this out? Now, there's a few of them, they're eating on the next person because this dude's missing a leg, that dude's missing a foot, this dude's missing an arm or something. So they're each like eating off of each other or something like. But they have, do you see it on the right? Mm-hmm. That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I understand that. I mean, the priest said they've been down there a week, but that is like, there's like no blood or nothing. It's like they licked it all up. It's kind of gruesome, huh? Not really. I mean,
like from Night of the Living Dead when oh god, what's her name? Barbara went upstairs. That was very gruesome. That was a fake skeleton too.
See what? Let's watch this real quick. Watch. So, does it make any sense? They let some of them just go and eat, and then the rest of them they got tied up in sheets. You don't get to eat like the rest of them. See what's this again? See? Oh, you're good. You can just sit there and eat this one. You'll behave and just do the same. They tied some of them up. See this? You're bad zombies. You have to be tied up. Oh, no. See, that one's going to be naughty. He's got to shoot him. Hurry.
I can't.
Well, see, that's affecting him. See, the PTSD, he's crying. Dude, you see the way they're gathering up supplies? You get these people take off in a helicopter and... Okay. The other guys are off on a fishing boat. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going hunting at? Dude, tell me this, like, doesn't feel like a hunting party. I mean, they're like, yeah, we're going out into the woods and we're going to go hunting over here and chasing the whitetail. You got any cigarettes? You got any supplies? Huh? Then that's kind of what it felt like. Because it's like everybody's fleeing and they don't know where they're going to go. But they're grabbing a bunch of supplies. It felt like it was opening day of hunting season, right? So I can't believe nobody's trying to team up for safety. They kind of included Peter. Hey. Of course, the helicopter and the boat's going to go to different destinations. You getting ready for hunting season 2? You got any cigarettes? Do you know where you're going? Yeah, we seen them over here. In islands. We've seen some chupacabras over here. Everybody's fleeing and they don't even know where they're going.
Which one's Flyboy?
The one flying. Oh, he's flying falling asleep behind the stick. Or the wheel. Or the stick. Hey man, you can't fall asleep, you're the one flying. Flyboy flew all night, I guess, without help. So, it should be doing alright now because it's easier to stay awake when the sun comes up. But, you know, Peter was woke up now, and it's easier to do that when the sun comes up. But, they're off in emergency situations, pandemic, and he's not there trying to teach anybody the whole night through or something, have somebody stay awake with him to try to help teach them to fly in case he needs backup. That was like ridiculous, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Like, at least learn some of the basics. But so it was a good thing because he did fall asleep and this part here was nodding off and stuff, so Peter kind of came to the rescue. So let me continue to this next point real quick here.
Rednecks.
Yeah, okay, stop. Reality factor challenge.
Factor challenge, which is dinging like this. Ding, 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 ding.
Alright, so Roger comments, it's everywhere. Well, yeah, they've been doing this for at least a week into this showtime, and we don't even know how much longer before that, because obviously we saw a picked clean skeleton in there, so this could be like weeks going on, really. And so, I mean, shouldn't he know? He's an inside person, he was part of a SWAT team and everything like that, and so he'd be dealing with it and getting the reports. And then they comment, the rednecks are probably enjoying this thing. Of course they are. Of course they are. Like, we're going out on a major hunt and we just get to shoot the crap out of ammunition and stuff like that. Of course they are. Oh, these rednecks are enjoying it. Like, really? Do you need to comment on that?
Get your gun ready.
Are you saying you're a redneck?
Yeah.
Let me see. Yep, it's pretty red.
I'm a red.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Locked and loaded.
Lock and load.
I mean, this is absolutely a hunting party event. This is like deer hunting season on steroids. The zombies are coming, man. Get him!
I got the one in the middle.
Okay, hold up. Reality factor challenge.
Bing, bing, bing.
Okay, the rednecks are certainly having fun, but they are very disorganized. Like I said, this is deer hunting season on steroids. Okay, so, and even with the National Guard, I mean, they're just sitting around and they don't have no watch outs, no lookouts I mean, they had several close calls. I mean, they come up right behind them. Look out, it's right behind you. That should not be happening. This is a an emergency pandemic situation that they are like fighting for their survival. There is no way that they should be having anything like this. They're all sitting here smoking cigarettes, drinking beer. Hey, yeah, did you see anything over the? Yeah, we went over. I mean, this is just like they're treating it just like it's a deer season thing. This is like absolutely not taking it seriously. And then they shoot this car in the field. I don't know how long this car has been sitting in the field. I don't know why it's out in a farm field like that. That was kind of ridiculous, unless it got abandoned recently. But I was just thinking, there we go again. We're shooting a gas tank, and it blows up of a car that probably has no gas in it. So, I mean, even from puncturing the gas tank, it probably wouldn't do that. It would just start leaking out, and it's just not going to catch on fire. Because the gasoline have to start coming out, mixing with the air, because the liquid does not catch on fire, as I said in the other video. So you puncture a hole in it and start leaking out. And there wouldn't be enough sufficient time for any sort of source of ignition, which the copper and lead that's in a bullet is not a type of ferrous material that would strike something else and cause a spark typically. And like I said, there wouldn't be any vapors present by the time the bullet passed through the tank, even if they hit the tank, because the bullet, whatever. Unbelievable reality factor.
Bing, bing, bing.
I got him. I got him. Missed. I got that one.
I got the one with the hat.
This is duck shooting.
Duck shooting season.
Okay. Hey, do they use some gas? Wait a minute, they stealing!
That is funny.
That redneck is, that zombie is completely downright comical looking and acting. Yeah, that's Roger. Okay, reality factor challenge.
Bing, bing, bing,
Oh
bing,
my
bing.
gosh. Okay, so we have this zombie, and he's got this big blockhead. We all know what's going to happen. If you have watched the show, and you should have already watched the show. So he's just sort of looking around. Hey, this is not self-service. You need some help. He's going to come over here in a second. But okay. But not only that, I think he's putting the wrong fuel on the helicopter. It said avgas on it. That helicopter has a turbine engine and that uses a type of kerosene. It's almost diesel fuel. Okay? And so avgas is like a high octane leaded gasoline, and you need jet fuel, which is almost diesel. It's like a higher cetane rating. It's like a kerosene sort of based diesel fuel type of fuel. Okay? So I mean, there's obviously two different spectrums of fuel. You have something that has a higher cetane rating and something that has a higher octane rating. And the two fuels are not the same. Avgas is designed for gasoline, like a Piper Cub type of plane or something like that, and not a helicopter that has a turbine engine in it. So he's putting the wrong fuel in it. Yeah, I got it. Wait a minute, stop. You're going to blow us up. I don't know. I don't know if they're multi-fuel. I really don't know about that because it just has an injector combustor can system. I've never worked on turbine engines, but that's typically what they put in there is a different kind of a jet fuel in there. I mean, I don't know if they're multi-fuel systems, but yeah.
Look at it.
Hey, oh, wait. We're on the same side. What the crap?
You tried to shoot me.
You tried to give me a Willy.
Well, technically you did.
Oh, no, I did, huh? But you was trying to do... Yeah, you gave me one of them.
Yeah, and you stopped, and you didn't look at it, so I shot you.
Well, I was just going to give you a warning shot. Okay. Let's see, where are we at?
I gave you a warning shot first.
No, you didn't. You aimed right at me. It's a good thing I had a hard head. It would have ricocheted off.
whiter than in real life.
I thought you were redneck. Why are you white now?
Like, look.
Are you an albino?
It looks like I'm an albino in there, but in real life, I don't look that white. It might be something with the camera.
Maybe you don't have any blood in your face anymore. Maybe you're turning zombie. Okay. We gotta move on.
You tried to shoot me, so I shot you back.
You gotta be on guard. They could come from anywhere. Hey! It happens in movies. Why not? You get a free coffee.
Yay!
Yay!
You notice how it's like very dark?
What if that was somebody in there that was trying to ask for help? He just shoots through the door? Hey! Wait a minute! I still want to sell you some insurance!
I'm trying not to aim for Flyboy.
You ain't got any brains. You might as well shoot him.
I just shot the dude. I just have to hit him.
Dude!
You notice how it was like very dark?
Okay.
And now look, it's like
Let's
broad daylight.
just finish playing out because I'm about ready to. My meter's pagan.
Bing, 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 bing. You notice how it was like, when they were together, it was like broad daylight.
You don't even know what you're shooting at! Roger!
This is the funniest part ever. Watch this. Watch this, guy.
You're gonna have to pay for that! Okay, I gotta stop!
Bang, 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 bang.
What-
That was better.
Reality Factor
Bing,
Challenge!
bing, 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 bing.
Okay. Alright, okay. So John shoots and alerts them to come. Well, no, that's Peter, huh? I think I said it wrong on here. So Peter's shooting. Okay, instead of trying to be quiet, we don't know what's necessarily out there, and but then John, he grabs a hammer and gets ready to head out, and is not watching around blind corners. Runs right into a zombie.
That's dumb.
Okay, so the way he fights, now the zombie's on his back and he's trying to reach over. I mean, the dude could have got bit in the crotch. Did you see that? I'm like, yeah. He needs to learn how to wrestle and grapple and defeat that and not get bit. I mean, this is like Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield, except you don't want to get bit in the crotch. I mean, hey, okay, stop. Okay.
Don't try to do it to me.
No, wait. I mean, I gotta talk about how he fights. Okay, so now as I mentioned, he just they scatter in all directions. They don't know what's here. This is like the worst, stupid mismanagement of safety protocols, where they have a noisy engine on a helicopter drawing zombies or anything that's there into attention. And it's deafening enough, Roger cannot hear anything, and no one's standing guard. Not only that, is the worst thing that Roger could be doing is not paying attention, not looking around to see if something's sneaking up behind him, because it did. And they don't go in a group to check for things. You have Flyboy, who has like he couldn't fight a squirrel really if he needed to. I mean, well, actually,
yeah, that's funny. That would be funny if you fought a squirrel and he died. That would be funny.
Squirrels are pretty tough. I've seen them attack people. They are kind of vicious. That's probably a bad example, but okay. And they
What about a fly?
where are they in such a hurry to get to when they have no destination? We gotta hurry up and check everything and go through stuff. Probably in this rural area, this landing strip, there's probably not many zombies because there wasn't. Now they could probably say, you know, it seems fairly safe. Let's rest. He's flying. You know, we probably need to take a little bit of rest. There's probably a couple zombies here and there. You know, we don't know necessarily where they at because obviously here they hide in weird places in this movie. But he goes here. Now Peter can kind of hold his own. Flyboy, who can't hold his own. Okay, welcome back. We had to take a little break, and since then I've had to do a little bit of trimming because I had to do some other event today. So we're back. This is Jared, and we're back in the middle of discussing where we're at with Peter can hold his own when they're at this first landing site with a helicopter. So Fly Girl and Flyboy have wandered off, and she's a girl who can't fight because this is certainly an era for that. And he can't either. He is completely really just helpless. We already kind of talked about he'd probably lose in a fight with a squirrel. So now watch this part here again. So he runs out the door. He's got this hammer, and this dude grabs him because he's not paying attention. He runs all sideways. I don't know what that was. Okay, so they're power cuddling or whatever you want to call this spooning crap. Okay, so the dude's kind of dragging on him, and he's trying to reach for the hammer, and he's about gonna get his junk bit. And she stands there. Look at her. Do you see her? Look. He's struggling. He can't wrestle. He's reaching for the hammer. Oh my gosh! You realize there's another zombie gonna come. I'm just gonna stand here and get ate if you. She's about gonna watch him die. Like if he gets bit, it's all over because that's how this works with this disease thing or whatever. What in the world is that? He just flings himself sideways. That was ridiculous. Like this is how he fights.
He's like, wee!
Yeah, he flings himself into all sorts of weird whatever.
Wrong.
But yeah, she just stood there the whole time. She's gonna watch him die because she didn't help him. She didn't try to grab the hammer and hit the other dude in the head. Then she didn't even try to hand the hammer to him. Like, oh here, do you need this hammer to protect yourself so you don't get bit? Because if we want more than one child, you might need that thing. Which, that's kind of a spoiler alert. And like I said, I'm not doing spoiler alerts, but you don't make it. Okay, so like I said, he don't make it, but I'm surprised he's made it this long. But that could possibly be because he was in a protected area, protected environment, inside the news station, because he's the pilot for the news crew. Okay, so immediately after the incident with Flyboy and Fly Girl, where they almost had some serious losses, they managed to come out on top by sheer dumb luck. Okay, he just incompetent zombie is what it is. So their incompetent plans. The next part is Roger not paying attention, and he wasn't left guarded. Like I said, a zombie. Hey, are you gonna pay for that gas? Stands up on the boxes and gets his head whacked off. You know, like the big weird square-headed zombie that looks like Frankenstein. I've heard other people say that they've done other movie reviews about this movie, but because obviously I'm doing my own spin, but this is like this big square-headed, like, did this dude have like some sort of a medical condition that makes his head not a dome? It's like blocked, square, flat top. So something's up with that. It was kind of cool. I mean, you're like, cool. A zombie just got his head chopped off, the top of it, so he just bleeds all down his face and dies, which is great, but hopefully it didn't damage the helicopter blades. So apparently it didn't, but you gotta watch out for that because I don't think usually they want those blades hit by objects because it can cause damage. Peter, you dead, man? We didn't train him properly how to use guns, so he's just shooting at anything that moves. And we didn't stay in groups to do our safety pattern. So how's this Flyboy's fault? See, he's coming out here right now. Peter.
Scary, isn't it?
Okay. So Peter comes out and points his gun at Flyboy because he's mad he shot at a zombie with him in the line of fire. Not sure if he could see him or not, as he's just anxiously shooting. Now, Roger has put him in his place a couple times already, stopping him shooting horribly, showing him how to shoot. Might have been unneeded about pointing the gun at him, but certainly needs to learn more gun safety. So, what if he accidentally had the gun go off? That probably wouldn't have been good. Their only pilot, huh? It's not good to point a gun at somebody. Well, he saw the zombie. We don't even know if he could see in the shadows inside that building. But I get his point, but maybe he didn't have a bullet in there. He probably did, but I don't know. It's just, what do you expect from this guy? He's just kind of he's a pansy. He's kind of a pansy. Yeah, he's horrible at shooting. He's horrible at fighting. He seems like he's able to get a bun in the oven, fly girls, and fly a helicopter is about what he's good at.
I got GONID set up.
Right, and we're out doing traffic reports. Wake up, sucker. With these and with that, guys, that's exactly what we are. We gotta find our own way.
Okay, we got to do the reality factor challenge.
Bing, 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 bing.
There's a lot to unpack here, and this is like, okay, they're over in Philadelphia. Okay, so that's clear over on the east side of Pennsylvania. There's a bunch of rural stuff out in western Pennsylvania, I think. I mean, I'm over here in Western America, over here in Idaho, and I've been through there. The east part of the state's occupied, but he's talking about, we almost didn't, Philadelphia's whatever, and he's talking about getting closer to Cleveland. Where are they going? Are they going to go to Canada? Or are they going to go over here where I'm at, over in the western, way rural area? You get too rural and then you don't have any resources. You don't have any zombies, but you're not going to have as many resources either. You plan on living off the land? I mean, they really should have, sat there after they shot the few zombies and figured this out. Because it's we need to find some more gas. That's quite a ways. Cleveland, Ohio? Is that Cleveland? Yeah. You're talking about they've gone over several states. Pennsylvania, over in the east part of Pennsylvania, Philly, and then he's gone over to Cleveland. Okay. That's a whole... We're just going to keep flying. We're going to stop here, stop here, stop here. How many... this movie, they're going to end up in a mall, okay? So, most people this from 1978 should have already watched this. And like I said, I know the spoiler alert, should have already known this stuff. They go to a mall. Even the new one, the newer remake ones, they go to a mall too. So it's fairly close to the story. But how many malls did they pass along the way? If they were going to stop at a mall, I mean, they didn't kind of really plan on staying there. But that's the way the story worked out. But we're really, she's like, we don't even know where we're going. We're just going to fly and hope this helicopter stays in the air forever. No idea. No idea.
That's not gonna happen.
Even in a helicopter, do you realize how long that's flight? They probably had several fuel stops.
1,000,000 hours.
No, it don't take that long. Okay. Because you study a bit of geography. Do you know how far Philadelphia is from Cleveland, Ohio?
Probably probably a few hours from here. Not here.
It would probably take quite a number of hours because they flew at several tanks out. So he flew all night and he's through this next day. We don't know how many days he's actually been flying. Helicopter, yeah, but this one's not super fast. I mean, he's probably top speed 150, 200 miles an hour. So yeah, in 200, you know, there's got to be like 800 miles, maybe 800 miles, but probably. But they've been doing for like a full day's worth of flying or more, or stopping here and taking that much time or whatever. Wake up, sucker! We're thieves and bad guys. Like everybody seems to be running. The whole thing's falling apart. How are they going to really enforce this? Why should they really enforce this? This is like a roundup. This is the roundup for people that they're trying to protect. We can't just go out and do whatever. So they're wasting their time instead of killing the zombies. They could have killed the zombies off, but they are rounding up the people saying you can't go do whatever and try to survive yourself. Seems relevant to today. Okay, so then Fran also comes out and says, we don't know where we're going. We don't even have food or even a radio. The helicopter is not equipped with some sort of a radio. I mean, it's got a pretty fancy radio. You're telling me, I don't know. I've never flown in a helicopter. Okay, now, but what do you think? Now, I think they're talking about like a weather report radio or some sort of just like an FM radio that, but like you go turn your radio on there to get news reports to say, hey, where's the zombies? The government's doing this here. Okay, what do you think about that? Do you think that helicopter should have something like that in it?
Yeah.
Do you think that $1.5 million air come on! God! You're a punk. Okay, no, answer the question now.
That's dumb.
That helicopter probably has multiple radios in it. And it can't tune in to standard radio? They couldn't, because I think it works on, I don't know. I thought those kind of things work on an FM frequency for broadcasting. I really don't know. I think FM is sort of like a military frequency, but maybe helicopters work on it a bit too. Do you think that helicopters should be able to tune into something that they can hear, listen to music on, that would also have some sort of, or I mean, not even that. Okay, fine. Even if they couldn't turn into KWST whatever 105.9 or something, wouldn't they be broadcasting some of these reports for planes? For emergency reports, emergency channels or something like that. I think there's stuff like that. I'm not an aviator. I don't know those things. But I'm pretty sure that they have some frequencies for that. Wouldn't you think? We don't have a radio. I'm sure there's got to be some frequency some way they could do it with a helicopter. Okay, so let's move on. I dwelt on that long enough.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to go to New York.
They're way past New York. Philadelphia's here, and I think... No, what's it down this... No, I think it's up here. I have to look at it. But, like, Philadelphia's here, and it's, like, further east.
Like, it's over here, like, in this weird part section.
Yeah, because I think New Jersey's right here, Philadelphia's here, New Jersey's here, and New York's here. I do not think you would want to go to New York. New York would be even worse.
This is our dog. It's the dog.
Who comes loaded with gas. Ah!
Oh.
Okay. So it's not a really reality factor challenge, but I certainly want to...
I was going to
What am I
ring
calling?
the bell. I'm going to ring the bell.
Ding!
Ding, ding, ding,
Okay.
ding, ding.
This is one of the coolest ideas for a situation in a movie to have come across. This is why it's kind of one of my favorite shows. This is so cool. This room worked out just right for them in safety and in food supplies. Blocked the door too. Okay, now although she was saying this is the type of thing we're trying to get away from, but said earlier they were trying to stay in the sticks. How many sticks did they pass? I just commented on that. We're trying to stay in the sticks. Then go to the sticks and stay in the sticks. You could have done that in Pennsylvania. Okay, but now they just kept going along, and then they're going back into occupied area to go to the mall. Okay, so how does such a big mall be out in the sticks unless giant cities they are trying to stay away from? But I mean, this is just like one of the coolest scenarios that it was just like really interesting. They just land the helicopter on this thing, and this whole thing is like this isolated storeroom that had only one place that it was way cool. It was just, I love how this whole thing played out. It was so cool.
There's an awful lot of stuff downloading I know it's a big blitz. But they're pretty spread out down there. I think we can outrun it. Get them on. Get them on. That's ready to shoot. The trigger squeeze is real easy. But the weapon can be good when it fires. Be ready for that. You want what else comes up from the steroids,
Reality factor challenge.
Bang! Bang! It turned. This is.
What do you think about what they just said?
That's pretty good. Because when they hit, they can outrun people.
No. Horrible, horrible, horrible. This has got to be one of the worst impulsive plans. They don't even tell the other guy. I don't care if he's sleeping. They could have waited. Oh, there's all this stuff down there. Dude, you guys are putting life and death in the palm of your hands doing this kind of crap. And this is like, you don't even let the other guy know. This guy who points guns at people and you don't even wake him up to let him know that, hey, we're going to go and play with the zombies. Come on. Come on. Like, either let him rest, give him like a couple hours to rest, and then include him. Like, you still stay here. And they don't even tell the other guy, so they don't even know what they might face and what dangers they could bring back. So they should have all rested and came up with a good game plan. When survival's on the line, you don't make impulse decisions like this. It was like completely impulsive. What was your eye? Oh yeah, sounds good. Hit and run. Come on. No, what do you think though? Now that I've said that.
Bad. Woo! Everybody should go.
Well, because I know I know what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna toot the horn when you're ready to start.
No, it's not well thought out. It's just a big impulsive thing. And it makes this huge problem for everybody later. It shouldn't have happened. This shouldn't have happened. They should have come up with a better plan, a better safety backup things. If something happens this way, we're going to do this. Don't you think that's a good idea? They should have included Fran. They should have included him. It's like, hey, we're going to go down here. They might be alerted to us. We're going to do some stuff. We're going to plan on finding a way back in or coming back in or taking them out. You know, let's hit and run, and that's one thing that's a little bit different. I mean, they got different. Walking Dead is a whole different new thing, and at least in the later episodes, they would still kind of go hit this one, and I mean, there was a good episode with Michonne just was cutting through them, boom, 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 and that was pretty cool. I mean, you should be able to do that, boom, 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 hit this one as you're going. We're missing our gun things, aren't we?
Yes! Corner. Oh, no.
Hey!
I did
Oh, wait a minute, you see this? Okay.
I did not.
So all these other doors are lockable, but not the pantry, this emergency stockpile room that they just came out of. It's not lockable, but everything else is. Why doesn't it have a lockable door?
Yeah.
She should have been able to lock that up there and be safe. She's the only door there. Up there is the only door that they don't have for that. Okay, dude. Reality factor challenge. So, okay. He earlier was showing off for Flyboy. Hey, this is how you shoot him in the head. Why is he missing and shooting that dude in the guts? Did you see that dude get hit in the guts? It's like ridiculous. You know, they have to keep thinning them out, and he should have.
Dog.
He should have been shooting more, really. But I don't understand what's up with Roger after he was doing that for Flyboy. I mean, he should be able to put it in single shot mode on that gun, because it sounds like he's shooting, and maybe he's not. Maybe it's just the audio dubbing that they did for the shooting on this movie. I always thought sucked. It doesn't sound realistic. It sounds like a spoke in a bicycle wheel.
She just French kissed you.
No, I tucked my lips in so it wouldn't happen. Gee, my sweetheart, huh?
That has to be recorded. Look at that. Look at that zombie go breaking gun safety rule. Hey, I think I can see light at the end of the tunnel.
What's down here, man?
Continues to look down it.
Dude, that was like a snuff film. Those other zombies should be scared off after they saw that. You got a front row seat up behind the glass to see what happened.
You have to be recorded.
No, she has to be loved.
Yeah.
Who said there about anything about leaving them?
There's a shopping spree.
Okay, see, this is why it was a horrible plan. We're just gonna go down. We're gonna go on a shopping spree now. After you didn't wake up Flyboy. I still don't understand the problem with communication. She isn't saying like, yeah, they said stay here. They said they will come back. Now Flyboy is saying we can't leave them down there. Are you the train swat person? What conclusions are they coming to? What's he gonna do? We can't leave him behind. I gotta go rescue him, man, because I can do so good with the hammer once I drop it. Almost get bit in the crotch.
And get aimed at. And aim at person.
Yeah. I'm gonna go down there and aim my gun at him some more. That'll help him. No, this wasn't
There's
really
Mr.
the
Dumbass
spree.
Man. There's Mr. Idiot. Why? He is an idiot.
Okay, reality factor challenge. Ding ding. Okay, now there are way too many. There's way too much celebratory mode going on. Woohoo! Woohoo! Hey, okay. I thought you said we were getting lighter fluid. Now they're getting TVs and all sorts of crap. So, and there's way too many dangers that are still. They have to focus on the situation. They are way too distracted. And that was like I said, that was the horrible plan. Don't you think this was a horrible plan? They're going to be down there shooting, and they didn't wake up the other person involved, and come up. Hey, if something goes wrong, this is our backup plan. Oh, it's okay. We're going to do hit and run, and there's like 50 zombies down there, but we're just going to do hit and run. They won't try to follow us back or anything. Okay, what's their backup plan? This was horrible. This is stupid.
Dumb plan.
Okay.
A different plan the next time.
Now, after I've said that, what do you think about that?
Why?
They let Flyboy think, and then they're going to go down there and shoot. And based on her word about what he's trying to do, they didn't tell Flyboy. They left him up here. Now he's alerted to shooting, and now they're celebrating by going shopping.
Look at this.
Hey, you be quiet. I don't need none of your sass.
Sassy girl.
You giving me attitude? Now Flyboy's found another gun. That's just great. He get to point that at somebody too. Not the proper person. So, okay, but now, did you see that? The zombie walked by Flyboy. He's over there fiddling with the gun. Hey, I'll give him credit. He was the one who found the blueprints. He was the one who was looking through the blueprints. He did better than these guys did. Hey, we don't know where we're going. We're going to look through some of this stuff. Hey, let's just run off and get some lighter fluid. I need some supplies. Man, that's like a beer run type of attitude. And, all right, so, but they didn't make a full safety sweep to make sure this place is clear, this place is clear. You clear this place, you clear this place, you clear this place. If they're going down here to confront them and thinking they can handle it, then they should be clearing it as they go, and they are not doing this. They left this other guy for Flyboy, or left it as a safety situation, a huge safety concern if they were to come back through that way and didn't know he was there. Hey, there was nothing. We didn't see anything on the way coming through, so there's not anything coming back. That would make them drop their guard, and they could have got endangered themselves. It's okay? So they've already passed through that. Now Flyboy has to deal with that, the mechanic guy, or the security guard that was in the mechanics area. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Did you see him? Watch this. Let me back it up. So, see, there he is. He's got the blueprints. That's good. I mean, that's excellent. He's kind of being... Did you see that? Look, he's right there. Where was he at before?
Down. In the void.
Are you trying to disrupt my video? Poor you needs attention? Oh my gosh! You're not codependent or anything, are you? You're so sad.
What's she saying?
You need to go outside? Outside? What was that? That was like the gremlin under the couch, under the stairs. Brr. The other one that you had buried. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. So I'm gonna have to unload this whole scene here at the end here. I don't understand how the security guard zombie, he didn't hear when they walked in or something, was kind of watching for him and didn't come through up to him when he was
Why'd you leave
in
all
the
your
office.
equipment? Why'd you leave all of your equipment?
Okay, no, let's just go through the scene because, yeah.
You see shadows.
You know, they're how far away, and he's in that mechanics room with the other ambient. That I can tell how noisy those systems are. I think those are refrigeration systems for the hockey rink.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that gun that he has is just a 22, so it's not going to be as loud. So I don't think that they'd actually be able to hear it.
Gone up?
No, we don't need it yet. We could slap the security guard. Come on. This is why they want Flyboy to be babysat up there by Flygirl to stay up there and do what you're told. That's why you wake him up and tie him to the rail or something. Are you enjoying the show?
Without me, with me barely in the
See, I
film.
think those were 22 shells. Get ready with the bell because my meters.
Just shot him.
Yeah, he shot him. You want to ring the bell? Reality Factor Challenge!
Doing noise.
Oh, he's not doing that to you. He's just ringing the bell. He's just ringing the bell, not your bell. Okay, so let me hang on here. So, again, do people really fight and respond to these scenarios? Because this Flyboy absolutely drives me nuts. He absolutely irritates me. Okay, first he sets down his main gun, and then takes a gun he's never used before and starts shooting at shadows. Why not? He points guns at people, and now he's shooting at shadows. Why not? Doesn't he sound like somebody you'd want to take hunting? He sounds like somebody you want to leave up there when you went hunting.
And by the way, this isn't a Wiley Coyote cartoon. Those ones with their shit ricochet that much.
You don't think so?
Oh.
No, 22 doesn't have. Yeah, that's unbelievable. They really don't do that. Like maybe Ricochet once, but not constantly doing this. It would eventually splatter or something. Okay, so isn't sure what he's even shooting at. He's not even sure what he's shooting at. He's just causing more problems for himself, wasting ammunition, possibly drawing in more things. You probably need to shoot as minimal as possible. Okay. Because him running out of bullets when it mattered most and endangered himself was completely unnecessary. It's absolutely a hazard, mismanagement, and endangering person. He's lucky again. Okay. Are you happy the way Flyboy handles things?
All he does is just set down all of his equipment and takes the dumb gun that doesn't know how to use. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
He has way too many close calls, doesn't he?
Yes.
He has that other close call. He has these close calls. He eventually runs. No, I'm jumping ahead, but I think he did start doing better. They should have been doing a lot more training.
That wasn't a spoiler alert, because like you
We
said,
don't do spoiler alerts.
That's what I said. I said that wasn't a spoiler alert.
He does start doing a little bit better in the later scenes towards the end when things really fall apart when he finally succumbs. And that was... I've got some things to say about when we get to that point. But he's, at this point, I'm lucky. He's absolutely lucky to be alive. He has had so many close calls at this point, it's ridiculous. I mean, he is very much of an endangered person, and they're happy when they join up with him here in a minute, and I would have slapped the crap out of him. I'm like, you were told, we said we was trying to let you sleep, and we told Fran to tell you, stay here. We'd come back, which was absolutely a horrible thing, too, because they need to include everybody in these plans for this, because if it fell apart, which it kind of did, they had to come up with some other sort of plan. Just ridiculous. I mean, they're supposed to be trained SWAT people, and they didn't do good. On scene.
Bloopers.
No, not bloopers. The on scene command, assessing the situation and coming up with proper ways to handle it.
I just said bloopers for fun. I said bloopers for
I'll
fun.
give you a blooper. Should I get him? Should I get him? Hey! Hey! We're on the same team. Okay.
You tried to attack me, so I shot.
Attacking you is one thing. You don't. Hey, am I gonna have to yell at you like Peter did to Flyboy? Hey, don't you point guns at me. Don't you know about gun safety? No, quit. Quit. That's enough. Let's move forward.
And did him again.
Dude, Peter just like throws him off the rail. Good God, they're standing there. Just stab each of them in the head. Or butt him in the head with your gun. Oh my gosh, yeah. Like I could have walked up to each one of them. Oh, reality factor challenge. We gotta stop here. Okay. Bruh. Now, you ain't working in an office no more. You can't just walk around unknown and open through unknown doors with your back to it. Now, Peter maybe could have done a little bit better around these corners and stuff like that. It's like the zombie-ghoul was sort of like waiting for him or something. But that was what... Dude, Peter handles it like a boss. He's like, oh, hell no. You ain't going to just sneak around a corner and try to grab at me. He grabs him up. Peter throws him off the rail. That was...
Definitely.
Yeah, that was Boss mode activated. I ain't tolerating your crap today. Okay, but Flyboy, he's still over there looking back and everything. Like, hey, what happened to the other one? You shot him in the head. Don't worry about it. What's the head? Probably more dangerous.
Death.
Okay, so he's still got his head in the clouds. The dude's just a disaster. The dude is a disaster.
True.
Okay. Now, so he comes out here in this situation. He gets grabbed up by like several of them. And they're all just barely standing there. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Take them out one at a time. Like, really? Like, hurry up, run around him or something. Just hit him with the butt of your gun. Okay, so he's surrounded by 3. Now he's fighting 3. He can't deal with the one, and again wants to shoot the one that's over there by Peter. And so he's aiming his gun at him again.
There's gotta be something with Peter and Flyboy.
Let me help you, Peter. Doesn't seem like you're man's man who can take care of yourself with one single zombie. I need to point my gun at you. What's your thought on that? I'm surprised Peter didn't ever shoot him. Well, technically he does shoot him in the end, but he's
that
a zombie.
was pretty dull, except the thing with Peter.
Okay. What's your take on that? There's zombies.
That is pretty stupid. That
Now
Flyboy. That was pretty dumb when Flyboy kept aiming at him. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna aim at you. Oh, I'm gonna aim at you. Oh, I'm gonna aim at you. Oh, I'm gonna aim at you." That's what he's pretty much gonna do.
Did you see how slow they were standing there? That would be a bread and butter dream for you, because you've watched The Walking Dead with this. Those guys had to deal with some more stuff here and there. And if these ones were just standing there just that slowly,
this is what he could have done.
Yeah, he could have done any number of other things. He didn't know if he knew how to have any level of fighting. I mean, you could have just, well, I don't know. He could have shoved him over out of the way, but that's not necessarily recommended either, because then they would grab your legs. And then you're on the ground, and he can't do neither one. He can't fight on the ground, he can't fight on his feet. He just can't fight. Ah, jump scare! What in the...
He's pooing.
I got you covered, man. Let me check your ears. Come on! Okay, boom! Reality Factor Challenge.
Ding, ding, ding.
Alright, so I got a big problem with this scene. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, they've been going back and forth in this department store for a while, and there's no indication the zombie is in here. Okay? And no moving around. Okay? So they're quite responsive, and he doesn't try to get after them till he's holding very still like a mannequin or a mime, and then tries, even though he was a maintenance guy or handyman.
Then they don't try to pin him on to make sure he don't get bit. Peter just sits there pointing his gun. They need a better procedure for dealing with the zombies when they wrestling with them. Screwdriver was a nice bloody twist.
Excellently said. Okay, but what does that really mean to you? I mean, okay, well, good luck to you. You know, hopefully you can make it through with this zombie. They're just sitting there pointing the guns. Well, it's not a clean shot. Don't you think they should have, like, grabbed the zombie dude by his head of his hair or something and tried to pull him back and restrain him or something? I'm like, this is their fellow guy that they need, right? They need this. They need Roger. They need all the people they can get. And them not trying to do anything to try to, you know, I understand maybe be careful not to grab around his throat or something so you don't get bit yourself. But, like, that's why I said grab him by the head of the hair. Or grab his arms. Like, twist his arm behind his back or something. They didn't do any of that, did they?
No.
Don't you think they should figure out how to do that better?
Mm-hmm.
That's their only go-to is just point their gun at him and shoot him. If it's not a clear shot, then that person has to defend himself. What do you think else they could have done better?
Just shoot him. So, killing Flyboy?
Okay, but that's what I'm saying is he didn't have a clear shot. He would have shot him, but he's over there wrestling with him. He didn't have a clear shot, but they didn't try to pull him off. How do you think they could have done it?
They could have just went over there and like helped Flyboy.
Do you think they could have stepped on the zombie's head? Held him down or something?
Mm-hmm.
They should have been beating him in the head and booting him or something. They didn't do anything, did they? Did all right this time? I don't think so. Whoopee!
Don't bang! Don't bang and break the glass! Is that dumb to break it?
Yeah, he's beating on it pretty hard that way. I mean, the glass I think can handle it because it's special polycarbonate type of plastic glass that probably it's like shatter proof probably, but still I don't know. I still probably wouldn't be doing that. Okay. Oh, you did all right, Flyboy. Don't you think they're sitting over there like a bunch of braying donkeys? Like, you guys are idiots. I think you need to work on your behavior and your focus a little bit better. Don't you think so? Yippee! Woo! Come on. It's like a bunch of braying donkeys. Okay, so he got a little bit of redemption. You found it, Flyboy. Those guys didn't think to look at blueprints. And I think the SWAT team, if they had to go deal with the terrorist or something, would know how to look at blueprints on a building to be able to get in there. So, this was absolutely awesome. The way that they were going to use the ductworks, it was an absolutely great idea. It has numerous advantages from here on in being able to be more stealthy.
Is that a gun store?
Yeah.
I would go there.
I would go there too. I'm drooling over that. Okay, well, I got a reality factor challenge. We got to pause that for a second. I'm going to call BS on this whole religious zombie monk person thing. Because he did everything contrary to what we know about a zombie ghoul, and even in this video of what we've already learned. This, okay, this just isn't possible. Going back, a zombie should chase after the stimulus that's in front of them, which was Flyboy fighting his way through and going in the other direction. No, he goes in a not making sense fashion. I guess they could do some basic things like the doors, but that's debatable, and go straight down the hall to the proper door. Now, okay, do you remember when they came down? When they came out of the upstairs storage room. There was a whole bunch of different doors. They went into the mechanics room, which is off the side over here. So he goes straight down the hall to the proper door.
How do you know
Should
that?
be in no way. So that in no way makes sense. Okay, it does not make any sense. How would he know, or a regular person for that matter, that someone would be in a particular room in the hallway? There's no way he tried every door and stumbled on it and could have got lost in the maintenance room. Okay, I'm just saying this is a believable scenario. It's just it puts a dramatic reason, and it does lead into other things, and that's great. It does cause some dialogue to happen, but if we're really looking at this real world reality factor scenario, the zombie does complete opposite what we know zombies to do. Goes and finds instantly where he needs to go to try to attack the person. He doesn't go to this door and get lost halfway in the way. No, he goes straight there. You know what it is? This monk is still spiritual. He was able to meditate his way there. He's like, oh, I think it's this way.
This is a guy. And he has a flute.
Okay, so and the fact the doorknob he had to hold it while pushing it and able to overpower her, not sure I believe that could happen either. These very weak and slow zombies, they're probably slow because they're probably both weak and stiff. Maybe some rigor mortis, I don't know. But it's just this whole scenario kind of played out. That zombie was kind of creepy, wasn't he? He's like, yeah, let me tell you about my religion. He's like, maybe he was just looking for the bathroom. One of the smartest things that they finally come around to say. Smack! Well, that's like the second time friends and having some close calls right alongside with him. Dude, look at the look on her face. And if she had daggers coming out of her eyes, come and get him, stab him. Okay, she is not happy. She is way not happy. Do you think she's happy? Why do you think she's not happy?
Because he ditched her.
Well, he dissed her, yeah.
And she had a close call.
And now he's sitting there trying to calm her down after her feeling. Oh, there's all this great stuff down there. She isn't going to get over the fact that she almost died because he didn't listen and he took off. And the whole plan thing. And then he's also saying that after they were all talking about, no, forget it, this place is no good. They're surrounded and they're in there and all this other type of stuff. Now they're all of a sudden changing their minds because they're drooling all over all the stuff, which is completely fine. They need to have resources, but that was the whole point at the beginning when they first landed. There's too many. This place is occupied. Forget it. It's no good. And now they're like, hey, well, look, they got lighter fluid down there. Well, they got guns and stuff now too. They're looking in there, but yeah, it's just. That's a great plan. That's a great strategy. It's a great opportunity. But the way that they handled it was absolutely inappropriate and mismanagement and just terrible. Thoughts?
To agree with her, that is true with the look on her face. And he's saying that, oh, this is terrific. Like, and he's like, at the beginning, he's like, forget it. There's too many.
Okay. How do you think about their plan? How do you think they
Hit and run is so stupid.
Hit and run stupid?
Yeah.
No, it's not a bad. It's probably not a bad plan. They could have enhanced it a little bit, but when they didn't have everybody on board is really the downfall, and they didn't have a backup plan either.
I'm looking more white over here.
You're starting to look pale like one of those zombies. I might have to put a muzzle on you so I don't get bit. I was wondering what you're doing being a goofball.
Nah. I'm not. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him right now. He is lying. I'm not gonna turn into a zombie.
Well, I'll have to smack you in the head with a hammer if you do.
No. No.
Okay, let's move on.